Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your 2016 Love Tarot reading from Islandgirl Tarot. Thank you all so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. If you're interested in a private reading, you can email me at islandgirl2008@gmail.com. That's islandgirl with two L's on the end of girl, 2008@gmail.com. I'm using the Ellen Dugan's Witches Tarot deck today because it's Halloween. Happy Halloween. And I will be doing the financials and getting them out mid-month, and they're going to run mid-month to mid-month. And that way I've got something coming out about every 3 weeks out of every month. So, and not to mention the daily draws. So, ask the universe what they have. Messages we have for Cancer for their love readings November 2016. Cancer and love, November 2016. Well, Cancer, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Cancer. All right. I've got a 9-card spread out, so I've got the center. The center of this reading is the Page of Wands. And this can be read a couple of different ways. I've got the Page of Wands, and as you read it, you'd go past, present, future. Past, present, future, what have you. But I kind of just do it all as a whole. I almost feel like you've had some great sorrow within your marriage, okay? Within your love life, if you're not married. And of course, this is general, so male, female, take upon the roles of whatever sex you are, whatever relationship you're in, kind of relationship you're in, you just assume the role that that you play is how it would apply. But it just looks like there's been some sorrow within the marriage, within the relationship, okay? With the 5 of Cups there. Now, all is not lost by any means. It's an interesting reading. All is not lost by any means. This is, like I said, we were doing past, present, future. This would be your future. And to me, the 3 of Swords reversed is the absence. It's the heartache leaving. And I honestly feel like with the 4 Pentacles up there that maybe you've been holding on, Cancer, to your emotions and have been hurt, and you just thoughts, and of course the Swords are thoughts and words and conversations and that kind of thing. So maybe there's been some really hurtful conversations, some hurtful words within your relationship, right? That really upset you, and you making you question whether or not you want to even be in this relationship anymore. And now I see that's what this is about, because the last card is here. It's the 2 of Swords, and it's the decision card. And it's simply going to be the decision on whether or not you want to continue this relationship. And I'm getting the 4 of Swords was on the bottom of the deck, and that's the overall energy. And for me, that's I think what we've had here is we've had this King of Wands, who is probably your counterpart, which would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it male, female. And it could just even be in there, it could be a rising sign or something, but they just haven't, I don't want to say they've been nasty. They just haven't been very either forthcoming or very loving or very open about things. And you're getting down to decision time now. You're like, I'm tired of listening to you. You know, you've hurt my feelings several times, and now I'm over it. And I don't have to listen to you anymore. I can now make a decision to not listen to you and to not be sad. Again, with the Four of Swords being the overall energy of the reading, the Four of Swords to me, I mean, I understand that a lot of people think of stability, and especially, this is not my favorite rendering of the Four of Swords. About, typically it's the knight on his sarcophagus, waiting, for the next battle and resting, and having his thoughts above him, and but yet ready to battle. I also consider the Four of Swords a delay card. So what I honestly think is you're going to be doing some thinking about your future. The first card out, and again, remember when I said reading it from past, present, future, the first card out was the Wheel, and that's karma, and on, one of the most karmic days of the year. It is balancing. It is maybe this is a karmic payback relationship or something to that effect. But you're now ready not to have to deal with this anymore. This is, especially if somebody's not being nice, which the King of Wands can be a Rick with a P. And very loud and angry and just nasty. And here's what, as I'm sitting here looking at this Three of Swords, is he's been really nasty 2 or 3 times. And as a matter of fact, the heart, you're so over it. He can't hurt you anymore. It's, when somebody kills a love, one small wound at a time, it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 big ones or 1 big one or 14 small ones. The end result is a dead heart or a hardened heart. And in this case, I think you're ready for the swords to fall out and you're ready to get on with it. I think, in this case, this Four of Swords, you know what? She's leaving these. She's got her 4 sword. Maybe she's ready to, maybe she's ready to battle with these 3 swords. They're out now, and she's picked. She's got her own sword, and she may be ready to rumble. You may be ready to rumble against this person who has been oppressive and not very nice and said angry things. And you remember, your fate is in your hands. I believe in destiny and I believe in karma. But I also believe that there are opportunities, where you have to take control of a situation and make sure that your own karmic wheel is balanced and that you're not down here on the bottom so somebody else can be on top of you. That's not what we're striving for. Interestingly, that the card underneath the Four of Swords, like I said, I really feel like 3 cards has fallen out. You can't hurt me anymore. I'm done. And now I've got my 4th sword and I'm on the move. And the card underneath it was the Fool. So I honestly think, Cancer, that somebody may be, the relationship is to the really deep thinking point about what do I want? How do I want to be treated? Let's see. I'm going to pull a tarot for the Psychic Heart by John Holland. Maybe that'll give us a little more insight into this. Pretty. And the back of the cards are really pretty. Well, that's not the back. Here's the back. And then the gilded edges. Aren't those beautiful? Alright. I know my nails look terrible, y'all. I'm going out of town next week, and I'm going to get them done before I leave. But I didn't want to do it and then have to do it again. For our Cancer message. What is our love message? Well, this is the 8 of something, and I don't know what it is. Helpless and hopeless. I'm going to say it's probably the 8 of Swords with the blue border, but let me find the book. And helpless and hopeless, that would be the 8 of Swords being, I bet you that's what this is. Hang on a second. Let me get, there we go. So sorry about that. Helpless and hopeless. Keywords are restricted, obstacles, powerless, and action. Powerless, comma, action. While the title of this card may sound bleak, don't let it scare you. This card arrives as a wake-up call to adjust your thinking about a situation or relationship. You may feel that the obstacles have been placed in your way, preventing you from achieving your dreams around love. You may think that your situation is beyond hope and that you are powerless to improve it. Nothing could be further from the truth. However, all that is required is a willingness to take action. Assess your current state of affairs and decide what needs to change. Then take decisive steps to make those changes and move yourself into a position of empowerment. By taking action, you take charge of the situation. Feel the power in that. Recognize that you do have the ability to create the relationship of your dreams. Nothing can hold you back unless you let it. Take charge, step into your power, and watch your relationship flourish. Okay? And I really think that's what, with the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Swords, is that you thought about it. You know, it's not an easy decision to end a marriage, to end a relationship, especially if it's long term. You may be afraid about money, although that really didn't come up. You know, or how you're going to support yourself or where you're going to live. Don't worry about all of it at one time. Take it one step at a time. The biggest thing is we want the swords out of the heart. We want a happy, open, healthy heart. And if somebody is stabbing you with swords, it's not a happy, open, healthy relationship. So if this does not resonate with you, Cancer, by all means, check out your moon sign and your rising signs. And again, happy Halloween. I hope everybody has a great day. And if I mentioned it, I'm sorry, but the veil is very thin today. So if you feel the presence of your loved ones, then yes, they are very much near you. And you should take this opportunity to open up your intuition and open up your third eye, and because we all have it, and let them in and commune. So I hope everybody has a great day. Be safe out there, you trick-or-treaters. Bye-bye.